Adam Percipio, I've talked to a lot of people you used to know. I figured you out. You are a fucking narcissistic manipulator. You play a character in your real life all the time. You are LARPing. You were at one point the most powerful psychic and magician I knew, and that time is gone, and you know it's gone. I know now that the reason you acted so differently around me was because I laughed in your face the day we met. Eventually, you mentioned knowing or experiencing a part of my secret tradition. That was what got me interested in you in the first place. And then you shaped this persona with all these crazy stories. And you always acted like everything in your life was completely under control. Anything that went wrong was just, well, fuck it. Who cares, man? I got it made. Because I'm a powerful magician. I didn't understand what it was like to be as psychic or magically powerful as you used to be. But I do now. Most other people in your life always saw you as a completely different person than you presented to me. Apparently, you quickly realized that if you ever broke down crying or acted scared or out of control or admitted that you didn't have as good relationships with the demons as you said you did, or didn't claim to have these crazy ranks in occult groups, and didn't claim to be tough and worldly and good with girls, I would never accept you or respect you or tolerate your bullshit. You use pickup artist shit to get girls over the internet and use magic. Pickup artistry is bullshit. Pickup artistry is for faggots. You were going around telling people you thought I was gay because I didn't want to use pickup artistry to fuck up my friends' marriages or sleep with pregnant women. Like, you don't understand people at all. Now, I know enough about your life to know what you've been doing and what you're experiencing and why you're acting the way you're acting. Everything you've criticized me for is projection. And everyone has been saying that to me. You focused on the small problems in my life which you experienced to the umpteenth degree in your life and will never solve. And you made it sound like you had the answers to my problems. You were always a fraud. You were always weak, socially incompetent, a coward, dishonest, manipulative. The demons always held you on the end of a stick. You thought that if I went long enough without giving offerings to the demons, they would actually want me dead. No. They respect me. I respect them. They're willing to help me just because of what they see in me. You have to give that many offerings all the time. You had to forge a ring over and over again to try to coerce the demons so that you could pretend they were your friends. and that ring would disappear at random. They would let you keep the ring and let you ask for certain things when they felt like it. You were a special ed black magician. The demons knew you were retarded all along. That's why things didn't work out between us. You said I completely surrendered to the current of the adversary on Halloween. And I guess that energetic little link we had caused you to be exposed to a type of ritual you've been terrified of your whole life. A fuck ton of demons, for a fuck ton of alchemical effects, freely doing as they will, as I request, because they respect me. I found out that after we stopped talking, that ring of yours disappeared again. The demons hit it again. And then you started using the tetragrammaton to try and bind them. You don't have anything left. And the tetragrammaton does not respect you. He's not going to help you. You claim to know so much about so many traditions. No, you never worked for your power. You never established a real understanding of or relationship with the demons. You were living in a fantasy world, and the demons sometimes tolerated it. The demons used you for me, or for whoever else, or for themselves. Who knows? But they're not wasting their time with you anymore. You've got no spirits on your side. In conclusion, if you're going to be Hood, don't do this Sailor Moon type shit. This is not Hood. This is not Hood. Kung Fu is not Hood. You faggot. So let's see if you're much of an emo, school shooter, little bitch type to actually waste whatever resources you have on trying to get a flight to see me. You failed. And the night you try to crawl back to me, my roommate wanted to make a series of videos about it, like Sanat Kamaris did. Except he had lived with me for about a year, and he knew a lot of shit about you. Like me, he experienced a crazy change in your personality, and I think it was on Halloween. I think the demon's instructions, which I blindly followed, were designed not only to benefit me, but to fuck you up. And you are fucked up. You are absolutely desperate. You're stuttering when you threaten me. You're trying to hit on people on Facebook and impersonate other people. You're accusing me of everything you can. You're trying to set up an MMA fight because no one would follow your Patreon, and you have no one left to scam. Now, you've lived your whole life with other people babysitting you. You openly weep in front of people. I don't ever do that. Ever. even at my worst, I might cry alone, but I don't cry in front of other people because I'm an adult and I'm a man. You don't understand that. Your entire life was based on magic and conning people and seeking pity and trying to use people for whatever ends you could. And even the magical power that you used to try and get this done, you didn't legitimately work for. You had to construct a character to keep me tolerating your faggotry, putting up with your lies, just so I would hang around long enough because your magical and psychic powers were not even as amazing as they were nowhere near good enough to get my fucking attention. And now you're trying to pull Assassin's Creed, you're trying to act ghetto, you're trying to fucking pretend you know Bruce Lee martial arts. The last message you sent me, after you tried and failed to impersonate someone else to fuck with a couple of people I know, you wanted to send me one last message. It said, and I quote, "All I have to say at this point is the White Lodge will prevail." You said you were going to try and infiltrate the Blue Lodge, the Freemasons. You weren't trying to infiltrate them. You saw them as full of shit. And you thought that since you couldn't get the attention of fucking devil worshippers anymore, you could at least go to the Blue Lodge in the hopes that people wouldn't have enough spiritual knowledge such that you would be able to fuck them over. You thought you would be able to give them great spiritual revelations. But the ring disappeared, didn't it? And you had to call on Tetragrammaton. Stay tuned for the next videos. You aren't gonna like them.